All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going beyond just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're going to talk about what it means to truly master it. We're going to break down why taking that one deck, your absolute favorite, and perfecting it is one of the biggest power moves you can make as a duelist. So, let's dive in.
Come on, we've all been there, right? You've got the perfect board, you've outplayed your opponent every single step of the way, and then, boom, they top deck the one card in their entire deck that wins them the game. It's so frustrating, and it makes you feel like, man, did any of that skill even matter?
But listen, what if I told you that real greatness, the kind that actually wins tournaments and earns that deep respect, isn't about that one lucky draw? No way. It's earned. It's forged piece by piece through practice, dedication, and a deep, deep understanding of your strategy.
Look, we all love a good anime moment, yelling, "Heart of the cards!" But let's be real. In a competitive duel, that's just a recipe for inconsistency. In this explainer, we're laying out a totally different path, the path of the master, where you are the one in control of your destiny.
Okay, so let's actually start walking down that path. First things first, what does it even mean to move beyond luck and start walking the path of a master duelist?
So it really boils down to three huge things. First, it's about control. I mean, dictating the entire pace and flow of the duel right from your very first move. Second, it's about knowing the synergy of your cards so intimately, so perfectly, that you nail the timing and interactions every single time. And maybe most important of all, it's about consistency. Engineering wins from almost any hand you get dealt, not just hoping you draw the perfect one.
So where do you even begin with all this? Well, the journey doesn't start by just copying the best deck online. It starts by picking your deck. This is how you forge a true signature style.
You know, your deck has to be way more than just a pile of powerful cards. When you truly connect with it, the art, the playstyle, the whole vibe, it becomes an extension of you. And that passion, that's a massive strategic advantage, because that's what's going to fuel you through the hundreds of hours of practice it takes to achieve real mastery.
And here's a really cool way to think about it. The deck master concept. Just stop for a second and think about it. What single card is the absolute heart and soul of your strategy? The one monster that when it hits the field, your opponent knows exactly what they're up against.
Yeah, this card isn't just your big boss monster. It's your banner. It's the symbol of your total commitment to one strategy, the absolute core around which your entire deck and your identity as a duelist are built.
And the payoff for all this dedication? It's not just about getting more wins. It's so much more personal. You build this unbreakable connection to your deck. Every loss stops feeling like bad luck and starts becoming a valuable lesson. And that feeling, that pure, unmatched joy you get from flawlessly pulling off a combo you've practiced 100 times, man, there is nothing like it.
Okay, so that personal connection is the fuel, for sure. But let's be real, we're all here to win, right? So how does all this emotional, deep connection stuff actually translate into a cold, hard, competitive edge? Well, the contrast is just crystal clear. The beginner mindset, they're hoping for a good draw, they're copying whatever's meta, and they're just reacting to the opponent's moves. But the master? A master controls the duel. They don't just follow the meta, they anticipate it so they can tear it apart. They're not reacting, they are actively engineering a winning board from turn one.
It really boils down to this powerful idea. Anyone can play checkers, just reacting one move at a time. But a master is playing chess. They're thinking 5 steps ahead. They're baiting out your responses, and they are setting up a checkmate that you never ever saw coming.
So what's in this master's toolkit? First, perfect deck knowledge. This is way more than just knowing card effects. It's pure muscle memory. You're not even reading your own cards, you're just instantly seeing every possible line of play. Second, meta anticipation. You don't just know your deck, you know theirs. You know the exact choke point to hit to stop their entire combo cold. And finally, dynamic adaptation. The ability to pivot your whole strategy on a dime when you realize your first plan isn't going to work.
And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is literally what championship-level players do. They don't just copy a deck list and call it a day. No, they test, they tweak, and they refine that chosen deck relentlessly, over and over, until they discover these insane interactions and combos that nobody else has even seen.
Okay, so we've covered the personal satisfaction and the competitive edge. But what are the ultimate, tangible rewards for walking this path? At the end of this journey, what do you actually get?
The rewards are concrete, and they are awesome. We're talking about real tournament success, with the prizes and recognition that come with it. We're talking consistently high rankings on platforms like Master Duel, where your skill just overcomes all the random luck. And you earn that respect in the community. You become known as the go-to expert for your favorite archetype.
And don't get it twisted, this takes work. A lot of work. Top players invest well over 100 hours to refine a single competitive deck. Now that number isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to show you that success in this game is a direct result of dedication. It is truly, truly earned. But you know what? Maybe the most important rewards you get have nothing to do with the trophies at all. The process of mastering a system as complex as a Yu-Gi-Oh deck builds real-world skills, critical thinking under pressure, patience and resilience when you lose, creative problem-solving to break a tough board, and, of course, a connection to this incredible, passionate global community.
It really all comes back to this one powerful idea. This quote just sums it all up perfectly. The difference between a good duelist and a great duelist isn't the cards they own. It's how deeply they understand the cards they choose to play. It's not about owning the most expensive staples. It's about knowing your cards better than anyone else. That deep, intimate knowledge is the true source of power.
So, there it is. The path is laid out. The rewards, both in the game and out of it, are waiting for you. The only question left is the one you have to answer for yourself. Pick your deck, commit to the journey, and decide, what kind of duelist are you going to be? Your journey to mastery starts right now.